Okay, so first I have to apologize because I promised that I was done with the black experience thing, and I pretty much promised that I was going to take a break from doing these videos altogether. But as it happens, I was sitting here and I was panning through Pluto TV and streaming old TV shows, and I came across a TV show, FBI Most Wanted. And I had to say something about it. As I started to watch it, it was a story about the problem with the police and the conflict that they have with the black community in the United States, and I started to watch it because I thought it might be an important discussion, or it might at least have some, valuable commentary on the problem. And as I started to watch it, I had to stop myself and take a step back because it rings as true, but the story, it's not a true story. And all of the characters are kind of drawn as absolutes. Like the two men who are the victims. One is this story about a man who's been wrongly convicted and he's in prison, a black man, and his brother is now trying to lobby his case, and not having much success, and not getting his brother's case revisited, and he's not getting any attention for his brother's cause, and so he starts to cause trouble, and he vandalizes a police officer's car, and as it happens, he vandalizes a police officer's car at his home. I don't know why exactly. The writers don't really dwell on that too much, and I guess it wasn't really important to them. But the police officer comes out to defend his property with a gun, and they don't show how this happens exactly. But in some miracle, the police officer loses control of his weapon, and the black man ends up shooting him with his own weapon. And so because now the police officer has been shot, that brings it to the FBI, and therefore the FBI Most Wanted, and it's an FBI manhunt, and so that makes it relevant for our heroes in this particular story. So then it becomes instantly a sensational FBI Most Wanted manhunt, and gets blown way out of scale right away. But all of the characters are drawn as absolutes. The two men, the two black men, are as innocent as the driven snow. It's not a drama. It's a melodrama, right? So the police officer that originally made the conviction on his brother in prison, they confront him at the end, and he's drawn as cold and as hard as Mount Everest, and I mean, he's the villain, right? He should be in a long black coat with a tall black hat, and the two gentlemen who are the victims here, I mean, they are the innocent lady lashed the railway tracks as the train thunders down the track, and they're screaming for help. It's a cartoon, right? And it tells the story that it wants to tell. So our heroes are shining knights, and our villain is as black as the ace of spades, and the victims are innocent children, just victims of the system and all that kind of stuff. And at the end of the day, one has to wonder what they hope to tell in this story, because it's not really truth. It's a story that's been carefully crafted to elicit the reaction that they want to elicit. And it doesn't give much hope for our black community. It really it's been carefully crafted to affirm their fears. It's been carefully crafted to validate their concerns. It's been carefully manipulated to elicit anxiety and to crush hope. And it leaves you to wonder, well, why? Why would they do that? That's really the question. The writers of the show didn't write the show to honor the black community or to honor the PC and woke community, that is our world today. I mean, nowadays, probably 80% of the population could probably get behind this story, and the problem is that the story purports to be truth, or like truth, or have truth in it, or to be important, or valid, or meaningful, or at least current. They wrote the story because it's a problem and they wanted to make a comment on it. But the comment that they're making, they didn't do it for you. They didn't do it for the black community. They didn't do it because they want to be responsible. This is not responsible. They did it because they want you to honor them, right? They want to make themselves look important. They want to become meaningful to everybody else. And if they affirm your fears, if they affirm your anxiety, well, then you're going to be like, oh, yeah, right. You're right. You said it, man. You're so right. But it's not right. It's not truth. In fact, it's a lie. Right? If it's not truth, it's a lie. If it's not truth, it's not meaningful. If it's not truth, it's not relevant. If it's not truth, it's not current. So let's get, so now that they've created this show, they're aggrandizing themselves. It's not truth, it's a lie. They're aggrandizing themselves at the cost of other people. They're crushing hope. They're promoting fear and anxiety. They're promoting tension between the black community and the police. They're doing this to perpetuate the conflict. Wait a minute. That's like the devil's work, right? No, really, think about it. That's the devil's work. Crushing hope, aggrandizing themselves, promoting fear, promoting hatred, really. And you may not think it looks like hatred because, well, it's just the cops. And, well, everybody hates the cops. And we get inundated with this stuff all the time, right? So we hardly think about it. But really, that's the devil's work. We're being inundated with this information that we kind of think looks like truth, but it's really not. It's a lie. If it's not truth, it's a lie. If it's not truth, it's not meaningful. In fact, it's meaningless. It's just TV. And so, to all those writers out there that write for shows like FBI Most Wanted, if you're listening, know this. I see you. You're not fooling me. I see your lies. Thank you for listening. God bless you all. Have a good night.